Yeah, this was a wonderful opportunity that came along. It was very soon after this last project that I had been working on, Bates Motel, that I sat down with David Shaw and discussed the script and the character. I think it was only 3 days, so it was a very quick turnaround. I guess the research that we did for the show and for the character was probably more towards the autism that he has and making sure that that was portrayed as authentically as possible, as opposed to the medical stuff. Not that we ignored the medicine, but we, maybe do a half-hour, 45-minute rehearsal before each scene and get to grips with the basics. But the autism was something that we all knew we needed to get right, and took great care over. Whilst at the same time, of course, remaining aware of the fact that Sean can never represent everyone who is on the spectrum. And so it was as much about looking at the autism as it was finding about Sean as an individual. Yeah, that Sean has, as with every character, Sean has his own idiosyncrasies and a particular way in which he speaks and walks and carries himself and mannerisms. I'll be interested to see how the final version in Japanese plays with Sean's voice and cadence dubbed. So that will be interesting. I'd like to think that I'm optimistic in the same way that Sean is, or hopeful. I think he has a wonderful ability to see the good in people from the beginning and to assume the best as opposed to the worst. And hopefully we can all learn a little something from Sean in that way. There are lots of favourite moments of mine. I mean, I like the scene in the pilot where Sean gives the speech to the boardroom explaining why he wants to become a surgeon, and hopefully that will resonate and feel poignant to people. And then further on in towards the middle of the season, I love the scene with him and Dr. Glassman in the lobby of the hospital where Sean is fighting for his own sense of independence and sort of lashes out at Dr. Glassman, and hopefully that is touching because you understand where each character is coming from, and there's no easy answer. We have a wonderful group on set. It feels very much like a family now, even after just a season of working together. And I think partly perhaps because we film in Vancouver, it's very conducive to building a small, tight little bubble of people who are only there to work on the show and there to make it as good as possible. Hello there, I'm Freddie Highmore and I play Sean on The Good Doctor. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that the show resonates with you in the same way that it has for me.